Sergeant O'Malley. Always good to talk to you.
Good
It
evening,
could also be a
Sergeant O'Malley,
domestic
and good evening
situation
to
here as
all of
well, too,
you.
right? I mean, this could be a
Happy
custodial situation. I
Sunday.
mean, there's so many different scenarios here,
Hope
but
you're doing
it
well.
could be a situation where these people
Got a
could know each
chase,
other, or
guys.
they could be related. We don't know. There's so many
Piers
outstanding
here. I will golf
details
release a
here, but
non-vampire
the driver only
dog
going about
squad mom.
25 miles per hour right now. And
Backyard
then you also have
Cam.
to wonder if
How are
this
you?
car came all the way from
Do us a
Orange.
favor,
Are
give
they in
this
a
a
neighborhood that
like,
they
share it
know,
out.
right? I mean, that
We'd
often
appreciate
happens
that.
where people go back to places that
It
they're
looks like
familiar
that
with.
a
Captain
really quick
Happy.
time. It looks
Yeah.
like this person actually shut off their headlights there.
Oh,
This is a
they've
very
gone
dark
blacked
area.
out.
You can still see their brake lights, but we can't see really what is happening here. We also want to be very careful considering this was a possible kidnapping situation.
Good evening. Good to see everybody.
Sergeant O'Malley, I mean, do you think CHP will try to come up on this
Possible
situation now
kidnapping
that the vehicle
suspect.
was stopped?
I would think so, unless we get information that they've
Good to see
completely
you,
terminated
Harley.
everything for whatever reason they found out or
Kenyan.
information that they got. But it's pretty clear now.
So we've spotted that there is a passenger in the car.
Yeah, and it's hard to see this because you see the trees here.
Oh,
We're in the
the headlights
Whittier
are
area.
on.
I think we may be in the hills in Whittier. It looks like
We're on the move
car
again.
taking off once again. I can't tell if both people are still inside or if
I'm old, but I'm not that old. It's only 8:39 here in
we don't know if
on the
that's
coast of the
situation
east.
here. We
So
can clearly
child
get a
custody
good look at
situation.
this vehicle,
Okay.
but it looks like this driver now using their turn
That's
signal,
always crazy
following
when
the
it's a
rules of the
parent
road here.
kidnapping
we
like
don't
a
see that
child.
in a pursuit.
It's scary stuff.
And then just the fact that we don't see a close following there, right? I mean, I know we're speculating on that, but
look how bright that
lights and sirens
beautiful
the car
license plate
Sergeant, you made a good point.
Illumination is.
There could be an issue here where they're just trying to protect whoever may be in that car. That maybe it's someone that's being held against their will.
Pretty crazy.
That's obviously a huge question, but it's interesting that the car stopped.
Hey, we appreciate you guys being here. Drop a like, say hello. I'll do my best to keep up and say hello.
Police cruiser behind them, but still,
Amazon
again, there's no lights
girl,
and sirens.
Mari.
So that's I mean.
So the police are laying back, by the way.
Do you think,
Bean,
when you
how
have
are you?
Someone like this,
Mark,
who isn't driving that erratically,
Chris,
do you kind of try to mirror that behavior by not trying to excite them and doing the same thing?
Yeah, and that's the interesting part. CHP likes to chase.
That's what they're saying.
Till the termination point.
That's what they're saying.
And the
Still
fact
with
that
them.
they're laying off really says something. And like you said, there's a lot of.
Hope everybody's enjoying their weekend. This really popped out of nowhere. I was like, wow, surprised.
Or it could be that somebody sees somebody getting pulled into a car, and like you said, it could be domestic. They could know the person, they might not know the person.
I mean, it could be anything. So they really aren't giving that many details.
Information in terms of what the actual facts of this incident are. But they are in the area.
Tell Owen it's all right.
And you can see CHP now has lights and sirens going the other way.
Yeah, we did
You can
see
watch
CHP
tomorrow.
lights and sirens
Ooh.
the other way. But
all right, we're not playing around. We're getting on out of here now.
We know that CHP, probably the best trained in pursuits out of many agencies, and you are right.
Let's not go crazy about that.
Like to
hello, Morgan.
Terminate.
Yes.
A pursuit.
Howdy.
They want to follow it all the way through many times.
Always worry when it's a kidnapping. You don't know if the person's in the car, and that's scary.
Of the main agencies,
real scary.
In California, in terms of the continuing pursuits, they use all their different tactics that they're trained in, and they're confident that they're going to end safely and with minimal risk to the suspects and the community. So,
all right, well, way better lighting here. I'm glad we've got out of the darkness.
It appears that the suspects or the vehicle must know this area. They seem like they want to stay in this area.
Do they?
Looks like they got a cell phone there, maybe a GPS or something like that. Look, a couple of cell phones at night.
Yeah, I saw that on the dash.
Guys, give me just a moment while I do just a few things.
Right, that's what I was thinking too.
So bright.
At the same time, it looks like the passenger is still in this vehicle. Am I correct? Can you guys see hands waving on the passenger side?
It seems like it, unless it's a reflection, but you're right. I mean, it looks like from the monitor that we're our vantage.
That's what I'm trying to see.
There's someone still in there. The question is someone in the back seat too, right? I mean, we really can't see that. Those windows are.
I mean,
obviously
we don't really have enough information
so we can see
to determine if it's like
into
they know the person or what.
But yeah, and Sergeant, you pointed out as well. They do seem to be kind of sticking to this area, which does raise that question: are they trying to stay in a neighborhood that they know, and then
yes,
how does this
why
end?
not?
Do they eventually take off. But look, I mean, once again, they've stopped. They're kind of
More
following
stopping.
the flow of traffic. So
are they gonna let somebody out?
They kind of, they have
Cherry.
to see the
Thank
reflection
you.
of the CHP spotlight there
Big
in their window.
12 months a member.
Being followed.
Somebody's right there.
But that their reaction to it is kind of interesting, right? Because they're not really actually behaving.
This is going to be
they're trying to escape. They're behaving like they're just driving in traffic.
There it is.
Yeah, Sergeant, this is not normally what we
Cooper?
see with suspects. Many times these people
Thank
are
you.
doing whatever they can to get away, and this person
420. I see what you did there.
following the rules of the road, using their turn signal at some point and stopping at red lights there.
Kidnappings are.
Yeah.
It almost looks like the front tire might have been flat on the vehicle also. So I don't, what's
What?
going on behind the
Wait,
scenes,
they just he
plan-
hit something?
Planning out some of their different tactics of spike strips or things like that, or they could just be in a pure following mode, and they're just going to ride.
Well, you don't know what the person in the car is capable of. Maybe they capable of 6 months a member. Oh, what? I thought he was going to pull over.
What's interesting is because you have the car being driven
Oh,
obviously
my
by this
God.
person who has to know that they're being followed. But if there's not a unit behind them with lights and
There probably isn't a unit behind him because if it's a child,
can't the driver?
I don't know. He's probably worked all day
I'm
and tired.
There's no.
He has a real job.
Demanding that I comply with pulling over. All I know is there's a spotlight
Joe.
on me. I mean,
hey.
This is so odd because it's like we've seen
Carol, fan of the year,
chases before, but then you don't generally see the spotlight staying on the vehicle.
Oh my goodness. How are you? You're stuck in North Dakota.
In this day and
oh my
age,
goodness. Good to see you, man. Been a while.
Initiate a pursuit. It starts to increase in speed, starts to become a little bit more dangerous for the suspects and the community.
As live as it gets, huh, Jeanette?
Just back off.
Thank you for all your hard work over there on the Facebook.
Like they're using a couple different tactics these days where they will actually
it's Bob.
Without lights and
Hi, Bob.
and keep their distance. Or they will just
I mean, we make a lot of jokes and stuff, but if there is a child that has been kidnapped, or even anyone at this point, inside that car against their will, that's bad stuff. Your roommate is watching for the first time.
Right now, you can see that.
What took them so long?
This person looks to be wearing maybe a
6 months a member.
bright-colored
Thank them
shirt,
for
a
me.
yellow shirt there, and it looks like that phone that we saw in the dash. They
Tell
actually
them
have
they
in their
get
hand right
extra
now. We know that
bathroom
many times law
privileges for the
enforcement
next 10
has
minutes
ways to contact these people.
on me.
Right.
They have families that will contact them, correct, Sergeant? To try to
Yeah.
get them to stop and pull over.
When you got a situation like this, it's very
and there's another
worrisome.
way that this call could have come about is you have
There's definitely somebody in the front seat right there in the passenger side, and they're talking or doing something to somebody in the back seat or something in the back seat.
So it could be something that happened yesterday, last night, a couple days ago, and they picked up the vehicle for that reason. And then the
wow, this guy's just making all kinds of assumptions. Anything's possible. Yeah, I give you that.
The facts of the original kidnapping, and that's what they're trying to get.
Live.
So, it's just hard to say.
500 of you, do us a favor. Hit the like button.
There's a lot of movement happening in that front.
Whole lot of
seat there. It
moving
looks like
in that car.
Maybe something's being stuffed in a bag. It looked like a lot of movement was happening in that moment. And again, we don't know if there are any weapons or not in this car, and just how dangerous these suspects can be. You already know their danger level is to get away, evade police. So
I will say, based on the behavior though of everybody pursuing it there,
all the moving back, left it dark there already. All right, so
passenger seat, it does not appear just solely.
There's the law
of seat lights and sirens. Now they're picking up speed. It did not appear that person in the
definitely picking up speed. They spotted him.
I mean, they could have been.
Hey, it's Mario. Good to see you, Mario.
It's very difficult to tell. It wasn't as though the person was yanking on the door trying to get out of the car. So it's unclear if this person. I mean, again, we don't know.
Yeah, it really does. I woke up this morning. I was like,
looks like they were putting something in the back.
What time is it?
Calm demeanor there, but
now we see
as you see this.
He's doing 70 to 80 now. Really starting to put pressure on him a little bit. He's getting squirrely.
The median right now. Now that those lights and sirens.
Oh my God, are they ever?
Yeah.
I don't think any law enforcement can hold a candle to how it is in Arkansas. If you don't watch Arkansas chases, you're missing out. Telling you.
So if it gets to that point where now you're becoming dangerous to the community. You don't have the
like Bob. He's a danger to the community. Bob, thank you. Thank you, Bob.
Engage this pursuit again and get all of their units behind it.
Yeah, they seem to be getting much more aggressive, and obviously the driver much more aggressive as well. We're seeing the
man
pointed out.
We always, when we watch these kinds of things, we always say, hey, if you're breaking the law,
kind of
and something happens to you,
from, the 40s,
that's
50s,
on you.
60s, 70s.
But anytime there's innocent people involved,
driving a little bit more erratically,
it's even worse.
Changing lanes more quickly. Obviously, now there seems to be more of an urgency. We saw the lights and sirens now on in one of the units pursuing. And Whittier, for folks who might not know the area very well, it's very like family friendly city. A lot of
family friendly city.
A lot of residential areas.
Exactly.
Okay.
Neighborhoods where there could be
family friendly.
Well, it's not that late. It feels like it's
they let families live here.
Yeah, which is also a difference, which may be why we're seeing a lot of these dark streets. A lot of the street lights aren't set for the daylight saving time. We see that a lot, and many of these areas,
these old ass
pretty dark. Again, it is only what.
Metaphors here.
5:45 here, 5:40.
Dennis, stay off the roads, bud. Craziness going on in your neck of the woods.
Still pretty dark.
All right, so we're showing earlier.
Wow, look at this. Earlier,
like the car, the driver's spinning around there. Okay. Perhaps this is where the driver almost
what? Go on.
And almost hit someone. I think. Yep, that's what we're showing you here.
Again, did he?
To your left is the live picture.
Did he really?
And that bigger box is the earlier shot.
Police got the lights on them now, kids.
Behaving more erratically, and it looks like traffic.
Yes, that's why they're lost.
This is definitely a situation that's favoring the suspect, right? This person is able to get through. There's not a lot of traffic Sunday evening.
There's no waiting.
Whittier, it doesn't look like there's a whole lot of other cars on the road.
There's no waiting.
Probably potential of an accident, maybe a bit lower, but 70 miles per hour certainly is way above the speed limit in this kind of location. Obviously, we're not even on a freeway.
It's residential area.
And Sergeant, what does that mean when this starts to happen? When they've been kind of
Paul,
hesitant to.
You're dedicated to being here. I'm dedicated to being here.
Yeah. Now
end of story.
Do they have to take a different position, different tactic?
Yeah, they'll start notifying the surrounding agencies. It's been fortunate,
guys. I'm gonna miss a lot of you guys.
So Whittier PD, LA County Sheriffs, all the surrounding agencies are all well aware of the pursuit, which direction it's going. They'll try to get into certain
where are we going?
sides of intersections with their lights to try to give the traveling community a little bit of notice that this is coming.
Are we?
Yeah, now this is
back on.
Getting on the 605 there, I believe. 605 south.
God rides a Harley. I'm way behind.
Driver came
oh man,
out of Orange County,
good to see
so
you,
you
buddy.
Wonder,
655 of you here across all the platforms. Do me a favor, wherever you're watching, hit the like, share it out. We appreciate that.
Yeah, Sunday
and we appreciate Joe and his 5 bones. Thank you, Joe.
Leslie. Now he's on the shoulder. It looks like so the erratic. Oh, actually, no, it's just in the HOV lane there. But certainly, wow, really close call there again. So we're seeing
a lot of close calls.
Take more chances now. We're seeing a lot more erratic driving, and now a much more of a determination, it appears, on the behalf of the suspect to try to get out of the area. And also, it seems like there's more units on top of the suspect.
Mm-hmm. Sergeant O'Malley, now that they're
pushing their units into them hard now,
will CHP take a less aggressive stance given there's so much traffic in this area?
Oh my goodness, I am so far behind.
No, they'll probably take a more aggressive stance
because they know. Yeah,
Sean White, 5 months.
They probably
hallelujah. EOG.
Got into where you have stoplights.
How are things in California and Georgia? 16 months. Doug, 7. Thank you. And for anybody's like, oh my God, you guys are doing that too much. I'm going to acknowledge these people because they're here every day for us, and we appreciate that. Samson,
man, he is. The driver,
I thought so too. I didn't want to say that, but I was like, are they like flipping off the chopper?
Definitely making some close calls there. Took a really
pumping up the speeds now, guys. Fingers crossed, no one
HOV lane and now taking
gets in the way of this
now we're
complete
90
idiot
miles per hour. getting closer to 100 miles per hour. So this driver taking many more
well,
chances. A lot
I've
more
seen that
dangerous.
movie.
And when we started, this
I know it
out
ends.
like with the driver, obeying traffic laws, stopping at stop signs.
Hey, Northwest, you're here. That's all that matters.
Taking it slow
Later
first,
not.
and then now blowing through intersections, blowing through red lights, getting on the freeway.
PJ, good to see you. Glad you made it.
Watching a pursuit with Sergeant
Courtney's here.
Patrick O'Malley, and this pursuit began in Orange County. The
all right, guys,
call was
I'm gonna hit all these, and then I'm gonna just jump to the end of the chat. I'm sorry, I got to, or I'll never catch up.
Appearing to sort of
Alex,
like any other
thank you.
And then
one gifted sub,
the driver now being
or gifted membership for someone. So make sure you have those turned on so you can receive free gifts, just like that one. David Allen, 24. My God, that's an OG.
So
2 years.
in Laguna Beach, went all the way up
Hey,
the freeway over to the Whittier area. We were in Whittier
Deborah,
for
thank you.
20 minutes there,
Thank you.
around the city before this driver then got back
Roman,
on the freeway.
we are in hot pursuit now. We're doing 156 miles an hour. And you're 19 months a member.
County. The one thing, Sergeant O'Malley, is
China.
we know that CFP this is their territory, as you mentioned. They
appreciate that. 750 of you across all the platforms.
Correct.
Papa Squat, let's have some fun. Let's check this out, because I don't think it's going anywhere anytime soon. Just like OG Sean Way. I think this is going to be a long one, fellas. I really do. 5 months a member. Kevin, 13. 27 for the win. He's at home. He was selling all day today. And I'm completely caught up.
We're looking. It'll be curious to see where this person goes from the 605. And again, traffic conditions favoring this driver right now. For the most part, there was a little bit of traffic there, and we are seeing a little more volume now. But for the most part,
I will catch up with
being able to weave in and out of traffic.
The monetary monorail. I will move my way
very,
to the
dangerous maneuvers. Coming very close to clipping some of these cars. So and traveling at speeds of more than 90 miles per hour at times, and then you just have to wonder now what's their end game here.
Yeah,
Chris, I think I missed yours. I'm glad you guys love me.
You do wonder, where is this driver going to head to next?
Just like Mario loves me. Scissored me.
Take a look. It looks like they're maybe exiting the 605.
Are we getting off now?
In the Downey
Helen,
area,
are we?
On the South Street exit.
I'm never going to get everybody added back.
Just weaving in and out.
This is going.
Traffic trying
this guy's getting desperate.
CHP. You can see CHP right on the tail.
They're not playing around now. They gave this guy plenty of chances to give up. Now we're just going to stay on his ass.
Sort of kidnapping situation that started.
Kidnapping, guys.
County.
And then, to your point,
don't get no worse than that.
It looked like for a second the car was almost like on its side. Maybe there is a flat tire.
Yeah, he's made a couple turns since I saw that front left tire might be
Is it flat?
It does look like he doesn't have full control of the vehicle, so I don't know if they had already.
If I was in that car, I would have full control of my bowels. I'd be so scared.
Curb or something, but I don't think.
Oh my gosh,
full control of the
I'd go nuts.
Yeah,
maybe that was what he pulled over for. Remember, he pulled over. Maybe he was checking the tire. Or maybe he got 5 gifts from Heather Mbot Handsome.
But it looks like this driver.
Thank you. 5
back into
people
deeper LA.
getting
so
gifts.
We'll have to see where this person will go. But we have seen at least one passenger in this vehicle. Again, we don't know if that person, as you mentioned, Sergeant.
Please allow me a moment
possibly
to put everyone on this monetary monorail.
We have seen a lot of movement in those.
I know.
But the car is pretty tinted, so we haven't really been able to see the back seat if anyone else is in there. At this point, CHP.
I really think there's somebody in the back seat. I'm not gonna lie.
That at times went over
because there was a lot of activity back that way.
Earlier, remember when we were in Whittier, there was one part where the car kind of stopped and the lights were it was very difficult to see.
And he was checking to see if he busted the tire.
Anything out of the car. We don't think anyone got out. We couldn't.
I think he was thinking he busted his tire.
Maybe they threw something up. But
we'll see.
Kind of messing with stuff in a duffel bag.
Yeah, Sergeant. Here, this is a very dangerous situation. This car really riding up against that vehicle here. You saw him almost going at those exact.
You're getting off again.
Almost felt like that there. Now the driver getting back off the 605, right in the shoulder there to get over that vehicle. Very dangerous situation. As you can see, you mentioned,
they're really putting pressure on this guy.
It gets a little out of control there.
A little bit, right?
He's going to lose it in a minute. If he keeps driving like that, he's going to lose it.
Wow. Yeah, I heard that. It looked like it almost slammed right into one of those cars. I mean,
don't worry about where the cops are. Worry about him, because you guys lose this dude.
Coming home from, I keep thinking it's so late. It's only 6 o'clock because of daylight saving. But yeah, I mean, you assume people are going out to dinner.
You could still be coming home back from dinner. Maybe early bird special.
People aren't expecting to have some car racing up against them or weaving into traffic, weaving in and out. This person now getting back on the freeway, back on the 605 South.
This guy has no idea where he's going to go.
And taking some much more risky maneuvers that are.
But if they don't stop him when he gets off the freeway next time,
knows what the end game is here. Given
that's a bad move, man. We got to get this guy off the road.
On the 605 North, on the 605 South, just going back and forth here. Again, we know this started out of Orange County, went all the way up to
I appreciate all these gifts, guys, but it has really put me behind. Talk amongst yourselves.
Kidnapping suspect.
Is there someone in the back seat or not?
2 people in that vehicle, one being the driver, the other a passenger.
But I'm all caught up.
We don't know the circumstances surrounding that passenger. Are they a victim in this? Are they an accomplice in this? At this point, we are watching this vehicle just speed down the 605 South.
All right.
Right, and it's certainly
we're back to just hauling ass. 867 of you.
As we continue to watch this, we want to
buckle up,
kids. Now welcome our viewers from CBS Los Angeles on Channel 2. This is CBS.
We're welcoming
Los
all
Angeles,
y'all.
KCAL News at 6, also streaming on CBS Los Angeles, and our viewers on KCAL also watching this pursuit that we've been watching since about 5:30.
I think I'm caught up. Hey, it's NC Bushman. Good to see you, bud.
Calls the preliminary information. This driver now approaching speeds of 100 miles per hour on the 605
How's it going, Cubs
South,
fan? Got you a free one. See, that's just be like Cubs fan here.
2 people in the vehicle, and we have Sergeant Patrick
Bushman
also with us.
If you've never checked out NC Bushman on YouTube, hilarious.
What their end game
3 months a member.
Be here, and
maneuvers and tactics hilarious stuff
can take to get this brought to a safe end.
Well, you're not eating right then. Wow, we're going way faster than we have the entire time now. He's panicking big time.
CHP. So right now, it seems like we're going down the 605. What are you hearing about this situation?
Hit that like button. Yeah.
Yeah, Whittier PD might have picked it up for a little while when it was in Whittier, but we haven't heard any information about the original.
I just wish they would be a little more aggressive sometimes, but maybe their hands are tied. I don't know.
To CHP, and then CHP will
what's going on, Damon?
Transition it through their jurisdictional offices.
Yeah,
I really hope there's no one in this car.
CHP to take over now
that's a victim. There are 2 people in the car, though.
Going down the 605.
Is one of them a kidnapped person? I don't know. We don't know. We don't have enough information right now.
Here, we know that this possibly started out of Laguna Beach, possible kidnapping suspect. At some points, we saw
go Rangers.
Authorities just pull back, and that you mentioned, Sergeant O'Malley, was because the situation, you never know what's happening inside the vehicle.
Oh, thank you, Vicky. Appreciate that.
Yeah,
there's fake viewers here. Where?
Precautionary. They may not have had all the
I don't see
the
any
original incident or what had occurred, and if you ended up having a victim in the car with
Prosper,
the suspect,
Texas.
They
sounds like a great place to live.
Off for a little bit, let things calm down for a little bit, and after they exited the freeway into Whittier,
they ain't gonna they're not letting up on this guy. Oh, he's going all the way across.
A couple times.
Ooh, he's getting off. He's so upped his
they started picking up speed again. They started
speed. He's upped his danger factor of everything.
Then they re-engaged the pursuit, and that's where we're at back on the 605.
Yeah, now getting off on Spring Street here.
I'm going nowhere, but right here.
This is a very crowded area, residential area. I know this area very well, actually. And
the time changes really got everybody thrown off. It hasn't bothered me that much.
We're getting a couple hits here with our service, but of course we'll stay with it, going about 70 miles per hour through this residential area of Long Beach.
Yes, look at all these houses.
And Leslie,
So
like you
residential.
said, you know this area very well. I mean, is this a heavily is this a neighborhood? A lot of residential activity here. Is this?
It's
this is full residential community right now.
It's tough to keep up with somebody driving like this guy is like a complete asshole.
You wonder if Long Beach PD will then, try to jump in on this. But at this point, because it is fully residential, Sergeant, we have seen CHP pull back at least just a little bit. They're not right.
Yeah, it's not slowing him down if he's got any tire problems. That's for damn sure.
Ooh.
Oh, you almost ate the ass of that car.
That's okay. They're going to notify Long Beach PD and the surrounding agencies of what's coming. CHP likes to just handle the pursuits on their own. So
Brittany's kidnapped herself. Well, gotta do what you gotta do.
Intervene, but just let them know that they are in the area and that they can use cautions around different intersections and try to make it safer for the community as it proceeds.
And one thing we've been trying to figure out is
you seem like you're real. You look real.
Sort of damage. It looks like the car is leaning.
You know who else is real?
Almost.
Oh, another police pursuit video. How's it going, buddy?
Obviously,
long time no see.
Conditions you want to see.
Another great channel for watching chases.
100 miles per hour in. This is a residential area. This driver now kind of stuck in traffic. So it'll
hope
be
you're
interesting
doing
to see if police
very well, my friend.
Right? Because on the freeway,
somebody who's allowed us to use their content from day
obstruction. So it's been easy for this car to just kind of have their way and go as quickly as they seem to be wanting to go. And now,
yes,
again,
Buster, I am your co-pilot. Don't you worry.
Did this person have some sort of knowledge of Whittier? Are they from there? Because they stayed in Whittier for a very long time, kind of weaving in and out of the streets there, and then getting on the
guys
freeway,
are too damn much tonight. I'm telling
and
you.
then heading now into Long Beach.
I appreciate it.
And so then the question is this an area familiar to these folks?
Is this where the party's at,
and
Marty?
And I pointed out earlier too.
Philip following you around.
Bright light on the license plate. Not that the police.
Oh, we're swinging back around.
Right there in the middle of the
another quick turn.
But yeah, that big bright light, as you were mentioning.
Can't outrun that chopper, bud. That light ain't going to go
nowhere.
nowhere.
They're going down this area of Long Beach here on Los Coyotes, and it looks like they're trying to turn back because they probably don't know where they are.
Yeah.
But
really?
As you saw, they just went right past that intersection.
Bonjour, bonjour.
And again, we don't know how many people.
There's definitely somebody in the passenger seat. Is there somebody in the back seat? I don't know. Because it looked like they were messing with something in the back seat earlier.
To Whittier, and we're now going into about 30 minutes since we've been over this, but if it started in Orange County, we picked it up in Whittier. It's been going for quite some time.
Texas Mama Bear, good to see you.
Well, if it started in Orange,
guys, if I missed you,
why was the
I apologize.
Did they know
but there's
they were being pursued?
almost 1,000 people chatting right now.
Sort of when it was in Whittier, so
I'm doing my best.
Sure, and it was for our viewers who haven't been following it. The very
hey, RoboCop's here just in time. RoboCop, is there anything you can do about this?
Just drive through traffic like a normal.
I would really appreciate it.
And so then
you could do something.
You wonder,
like right now,
were they trying to sort of just play off?
I think I'd be a terrible hostage too. I complain
to sort of get police off their back.
I'd be like, don't look at me while I'm pooping. I'd be a terrible hostage.
Taking a very
we're going into a residential area for real this time.
Yeah, we're going straight into a neighborhood here.
5 more people getting free gifts. That's them, not us.
Like
Amazon girl. Thank you. 5 joined the dark order.
You have the helicopter overhead. You have the chopper
Amazon
there.
girls on.
These are very narrow streets. You can see they're pretty dark residential areas. What move this driver is going to make?
These are narrow streets. You don't want to go through my neighborhood, lady.
Yeah, not something we saw earlier when he was going through the community of Whittier. Just trying to bypass all the drivers, especially on the freeway there. You have to wonder what is the end game for this driver, because they look like
they're slowing
at this
down.
point.
Yeah.
They don't know where they are, where they're going.
Oh, just 5 seconds ago, they said this guy's got a plan. He knows where he's going. He knows this area.
They're not giving up.
Now they're saying what I've been saying the whole time. This guy has no idea what he's doing. He's panicking. He's freaking out.
Get this person into custody as well.
Sergeant, have you ever been there at the end of one? I would just love to know, what do these suspects tell you when you're putting them in handcuffs?
I love you. You're awesome. All kinds of great shit.
Well, some of them just, they've been to jail many times, and they know that this is their last taste of freedom. And, every once in a while, one will get away, and they just hope that they're that
Nothing's going to shake. Nothing's going to shake me.
A lot of times,
you should have seen the trailer park I grew up in. I ain't getting shook by nothing, son.
you got news media above and everything else. It's just almost impossible to get away.
They do, but I'm guessing because we don't know.
The chances are slim, but they know that this
I'm sure the police have an idea
a long time.
Who else is in the car, but as far as us, we don't know exactly what's going on in that car.
You know, some of the facts are unknown in terms of what originally occurred, but you know,
I've always wondered about that. That's a weird situation.
Get close to it gets up to 100 miles an hour.
Yeah, they know what they're.
And it slows down a little bit. They clearly don't want to stop. They appear like they're just
we're gonna lose him.
And have no idea where
he's gonna come out the other side.
And you know, I wonder too if there is some damage to the front of that.
Yep,
vehicle.
Boom, he's out.
Will we start to see some sparks? Will we start to see some evidence of that potential damage?
I like when they're like, "It's a very residential area," and it was like no houses, none.
Yeah, he's been driving a long time on what we thought was flat tires. So maybe it just has low air pressure too.
Maybe he just needs to put a little air in it.
Like it's
maybe he's got a slow leak.
Every time it turns, you kind of see it.
Right northwest, just a slow leak.
Driving on the wrong side of the road now. We no longer
good to see you, Haley. How are you?
To follow this vehicle, we did see those lights and sirens pretty close behind, but now it looks like
Patty, you know Patty, everybody, Michael and Patty, friends
behind this vehicle with lights and sirens.
Yeah, too many close calls. Like me, I'm 7 minutes behind on comments.
This remote industrial area now. This is a very industrial area here, actually. Not much neighborhood or homes.
My
here.
apologies, guys.
I'm
trying to acknowledge and talk to everybody. I'm blowing it.
So kind of riding on the 405, on the side of the 405 in this area.
Well, and to your point, it's probably, you know, in some ways, better off
Mortimer
in
Duke,
the industrial area. But as you pointed out, Leslie, with the
what's going on? How's your brother?
Back, probably they do that as you get into these residential
Cody.
areas, right? So you don't.
Cody's made it.
You know, you don't want to upset the suspect even more and have them speed and drive more erratically.
Oh, let's not hurt his feelings.
If there are people, you know, in intersections,
not doing crazy,
or a crosswalk, or you know, then this person decides to blow right through, as we've seen them do several.
Is it Joe? Joe, get out there, do something.
Look like
citizens arrest. Citizens arrest.
Well, that's clearly running a red light there.
Vikings won. The Raiders won too, baby. Take that, New York.
Again, we are following.
Hey, Mikey. How's it going, bud?
Possible kidnapping out of Orange County. CHP then followed this driver
11
all
months
the way
a member.
up to the Whittier area.
Oh, are they not?
That driver,
like you got a job interview, first date with a woman that's out of your league or something.
At times,
get them nervous poops.
Very, drastic and dangerous maneuvers.
It's the worst.
Here, the driver is now through the Long Beach.
I'm not a pee shy person. I'm a poop shy.
Beach PD was behind
I don't want people watching me poop.
Tom,
watch me pee, fine, whatever.
There is a
poop, nah.
Seen there as well as a passenger. We don't know.
Not happening, Captain.
Accomplice in this, or if they are a victim in this, we don't know.
Those are wide streets. She hasn't been in a neighborhood in the South.
It's going to be very difficult. This is
where
it's
one car can barely make it down.
Area, right. So we're trying to see if this vehicle comes out on the other side of the tunnel. There you go. You see it there once again. You always wonder when they go under those that they're going to bail out of the car. Maneuvers like spike strips or try to pit this vehicle.
Yeah. Hey, Paul.
Because anytime they get close, this driver
takes
off and makes very dangerous maneuvers.
Right. I mean, when it started, it was interesting just because there were no police units, not even just driving with lights and sirens off. There were just no units pursuing it at all. Sergeant, when you have a situation like this, and if our information is correct, and this is a potential
that's why
suspect,
go ahead and get your guesses. I know it's going to fill up. It's going to fill up the chat even more, which I love you guys commenting. There are 999 people here.
So allegedly violent.
Wherever you're watching it right now, just click the like
button. Eventually, and arrest them.
We'd appreciate it.
Yeah, and it depends on the kidnapping factors also. You know, if they had a gun and they tried to kidnap somebody with a gun.
Thank you.
You know,
the greatest.
Especially in that case, it probably takes
second to none.
The maneuver in a way. You know, they've just been really non-aggressive, which is a little bit odd for CHP in terms of this pursuit. So they probably have more information than we know, and it almost just appears that they want to let this.
Oh, look, it's a little lender.
Or pull into an area, and get out of the car, and then they'll try to take them into custody then.
And Sergeant, we know that could take hours. We've seen it before, right?
Bubbles in the trailer park. No.
Yeah, it just depends.
I didn't have any
gas
kitties. No, I don't know what my role would have been in the trailer park.
Have a full tank of gas. I mean, they've already been going
local
for,
hooligan,
probably at least an hour.
Or trailer park henchman number 2.
So they just continue to keep the helicopters up above, and I'm sure there's
Joel, it's on. It's working. Good to see you.
And then just riding this out.
And Sergeant, you bring up a good
a
point
little bit of fix a flat in there. He's
because,
good to go. He can keep this chase going for hours and
backing off
hours
a
and
lot.
hours.
They are not being aggressive in this. It makes you think, is there a victim involved in this? Is that victim in that vehicle?
Somebody's in the vehicle. We know that for sure.
We haven't seen any drastic moves made by CHP yet.
No, CHP hasn't done jack squat.
Yeah, that really would explain everything. If this was somebody,
that's a police chopper that's got the night sun on.
Pulled a female into a vehicle, and Good Samaritans followed and provided the information, and then police were able to get in behind it.
That's all conjecture, though. We don't know that for a fact.
Except that there's a possible victim in the car.
Oh, I got this. No problem, man. What you talking about?
Precisely how the tactics are that they're using right now, and just following it and trying to keep the speeds as low as possible and ride it out until the end.
Yes.
Right. And because we haven't been able to see in the backseat, we don't know. And the person we do have some video from earlier of the two.
There's somebody in the back seat.
There was a passenger and a driver.
Something's going on in the back seat.
It's impossible to know what's going on inside the car, but all we could sort of see was them ruffling around with either a bag, putting something in. So, but this person in the passenger seat could have been under duress. They could have been following the orders of the driver potentially, right? Or maybe the passenger's the one in charge. We don't know. I mean,
it could be the kidnapped person. It could be somebody that's in on the plan, the deal.
We obviously don't know what is in that vehicle, right?
Chief's almost lost, man. Whew.
There could be.
I thought Dolphins were going to pull that one out.
We don't know. And there was a point where they stopped and were going very slowly in Whittier in a very dark area. Who knows?
Nick,
they toss something out of the car.
They got the money to have them choppers up. So yeah.
Several.
My opinions on that.
Police officers that it looked like they were
Logan Paul's one hell of a
traffic. But have you heard
good wrestler?
About any weapons?
No doubt about that.
No, I haven't.
And everything else was pretty much pink by the numbers. It's fine.
It's a simple domestic case,
the Logan Paul Rey Mysterio match was probably best match of the night.
And now they just don't want to have to deal with authorities.
And that's your wrestling minute.
And that's why there still could be a lot of unknowns
super fan,
with the facts that are being relayed to the law enforcement agencies. So right now they have it right where they want.
Ooh, I don't want to imagine a world without cashews, Andy.
40, 50 miles an hour.
It's not a world I want to live in.
Red light slowly, and then now they're going to get back on the freeway again.
And it looks like right now there are no ground units pursuing this vehicle at this point. There is still the air unit. You can see the spotlight still shining on that car. And once again, it looks
hey,
like
look, it's Joe. He's got something else to say.
Electronic device being
everyone knew.
in the vehicle. Obviously, we don't know.
Blues, please just
communicating.
Stop underneath the bridge,
but obviously,
and you just disappear, never seen again. That's how they do it there. Joe, Thigh Bones. That's how you ask a question.
And what they're using that for, of course, we can't be certain, but they may be trying to figure out where they are. It looked like, as you pointed out, Liz, it did not look like, and same with you, Sergeant, it looked like this person.
One day there will be.
When they were in Long Beach, they were driving much more erratically than they were in Whittier. It was more deliberate, it felt like, in Whittier. Like they actually kind of knew that.
It's an industrial residential area.
The behavior of the driver.
A little bit of both.
And Sergeant, the advantages of just using the helicopter right now as opposed to these ground
probably
units, is it because every time a ground unit comes behind the vehicle, they
or he's watching right now,
so dangerous, putting other people in jeopardy here?
Yeah, there's really no reason at this point to have the ground units right behind it. They probably have.
Why not?
Maybe as many as 3.
Why would we not?
Helicopters between CHP, Orange County, LA County sheriffs, and then some of the other agencies. So they got, they have plenty of air support. They have plenty of ground units that'll be in the area when it comes to the determination point. So
I've been well. How are you, Lord?
Just be content
I'm
to
fine.
let this thing
Thank you for
out,
asking.
and until they step it up again by running red lights or putting the community more in danger, then they'll just keep it.
That franchise is in trouble.
And I think that's the important thing, because many times
might be time to fire the old coach.
Community,
if you know what I mean.
In these areas, especially when they go through residential areas.
So if you're just getting here, guys, there's 1,047 of you. Possible
this person we know
kidnapping
has broken many
suspect.
laws now.
We don't know if the kidnapped person is in the car at the moment. There are at least 2 as we speak.
When they go through residential areas.
But beyond that, we don't know. We've seen a lot of high speeds, a lot of really weird turning around, this, that, and the other.
Again, following the rules of the road. Right. No one's behind this person. No one's behind this vehicle, and it looks like they think
their minds are blown that this dude's using turn signals.
They may think they're blending in at this point.
Yeah. And
I did say hi to you. Remember, I said hi. And stuff, but thanks for saying. How are you?
When other people try to intervene, have you ever spoken with a driver?
Diesel and rye gas is a good chance. We've been chasing this guy for a while. We're coming up on an hour, and they were already chasing him for a good little, good little bit
in that situation. But have you spoken to sort of the so-called, like maybe I don't know a better word for like a good Samaritan who's trying to help police, trying to do the right thing, but obviously putting themselves at risk?
So what you're saying is we need a little vigilante justice.
Several times.
I like what this guy's saying.
Wants to be a hero. Everybody wants to help out. So
it may be.
See some of these
it may be actually maybe past his bedtime,
or something like that, and they'll just kind of slowly put their brakes on or nudge
Keith,
them
what's
over,
up?
and all they just know that if they can kind of push them off to the side and get them to slow down and give up, then everybody ends up safe. The officers go home, and
I'm missing tons of stuff.
Uninjured, so that everybody.
My job is to entertain. Creeve's job is to play comments.
That they want to help or not help.
I'm missing a lot of.
We just saw this driver.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Go right past the CHP vehicle, and the thing is, we were talking about Tom. This person looks like they're trying to blend in at this point. But we all know, watching this, that
there's 1,149 of you.
Car, that officer in there, they know exactly what's happening. They're probably
talk amongst yourselves for a second, would you?
The guidelines. Hey, stand down right now because we got it from the air.
Yeah, that's exactly.
Texas Mama Bear. Tim Bones. Hallelujah. Thank you for your patronage and support.
Agencies and a lot of the.
Oh, you're in South Carolina. Look at you, Deborah. You're in South Carolina. I'm in North Carolina.
Each shot where they make turns or head back.
The Carolinas are represented tonight. This
they just don't have their lights and sirens on. So
we are back and forth all over the place.
For whatever reason, we'll probably learn that later. But for now,
thank you.
It's all about safety.
Is there also a tactic to kind of lull these?
He drives like your dad. Your dad drives like a maniac.
But obviously, you have the spotlight over them, so they probably they have to.
He is one of the good brothers.
But is the idea also maybe just to get them to just calm down?
Yeah, let them calm back down a little bit.
Early on in the pursuit, we saw them looking.
Just let them just run until he hits somebody. Why not?
Somebody above us, and the light is obviously clear as day, and that's what they're using right now to kind of notify the surrounding public also. People can see that spotlight coming up from behind them.
Yeah. So people were asking earlier too about that. Yeah, that's one of the main things it's doing right now is letting people on this freeway know, hey, there's a crazy person on the road. See this giant light on them? Get over, get out of the way, move.
Think, well, maybe it's just somebody up above. We can get away from them, and we'll just keep cruising along, and that's what they're doing.
And we know the priority for law enforcement is to make sure that surrounding drivers, surrounding community are safe. They don't want to put in jeopardy, although this vehicle,
he almost just took somebody out right there.
As they are, it looks
get
like
out there and stop him, tacos.
Here at Rosecrans, possibly getting off the 605.
We've looked for a vigilante
here. We'll have to
Ian, I love your name.
Obviously, for they want to make sure
that a family name or
de-escalate these situations.
Not sure, maybe.
Yeah, that's exactly what they've done in this pursuit. You're dealing with.
We're just letting them go right now, guys. We're backed off, but he's still going. Reno, how are you?
Not LA County.
Yeah, it's Chase. Good to see you.
If it's a solid case, it will be vigorously prosecuted. Down in Orange County. So that's another reason that they don't want to let it go.
Exactly. That's what you do, Ernie. You get under there and you jump. Now we're back on his ass.
Engaged it as well.
Right. Yeah. Now we're seeing a much more aggressive posture from the CHP, which there's a unit there pursuing the suspect.
Thank you to our mods, by the way. And thank you to Todd's Carpet Cleaning
where
out of Pahrump.
They know that they've got
if you're looking to get some carpets cleaned,
and as you said,
try Todd's Carpet Cleaning out of Pahrump.
This is their home turf kind of thing.
The check finally cleared.
This is where they want this to be.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they may have got gotten in touch with possible witnesses and other things already too. We've had a lot of time.
Still on his ass. Now we're just pushing and pushing and pushing.
Agencies are all doing different types of research and different types of.
Thank you to our mods, though. I know there's been some things need to be taken care of tonight, and I appreciate you guys taking care of them.
Where it goes now that they have re-engaged it.
Guys are the best.
At this point, this driver going over 100 miles an hour. This is probably the closest we've seen CHP or any law enforcement really get for this amount of time. Really on the tail of this driver.
They're back on him now.
Other drivers,
Jordan, they're back on him. They're pushing it. They're going to take it to the limit one more time.
Yeah,
maybe.
Riding on the shoulder right now. It looks like there is traffic in this area as this person's riding on the shoulder, and you have to wonder where that CHP.
I can't keep 1,000 people entertained. Come on, man. I got this all day.
Really,
twice on Sunday. Just not this Sunday.
If there was no margin for error there, those cars, he just drove
crazy.
Yeah, that was.
Come on, son.
That's the problem. Is now you start to see this kind of behavior, right, Sergeant? And these.
I'm just doing my thing.
Do now this driver once again, from going from using the
TR in the house,
stopping at stop signs to now like these.
Did you send one? Let me see. I could have missed it.
Bigger gaps, but
Lord knows.
Vantage point
looks like inches from vehicle.
There's only 43 things over here in this.
Right? Do we bring in more units?
Did I miss Donna?
Do we pursue this more aggressively?
Donna, I don't see you on here.
Yeah, I couldn't tell for sure, but it.
Nope, there's Donna right there.
Already, so
Donna.
It's pretty clear that
sorry, Donna.
Really reacts quick to any lights and sirens behind him, and he really.
My helper's not here tonight.
And really takes it a lot slower when the units aren't behind him. So they may stick to that tactic just because it's been working so far.
That's a good point.
Has it though? Really what have we accomplished so far? Nothing.
Right now,
we haven't got this guy off the road yet.
In traffic, not trying to weave through and try to get away. But the moment you see the pursuing,
every time lights and sirens come up behind this driver, they start driving erratically, very dangerous, putting other people's lives.
Sounds about right. Okay, how are you? Good to see you.
But we always know that there is an air unit here, and even though they may back up, the ground units may back up. That air unit knows exactly where this car is going. They will keep following it, and they want to make sure that they follow this to the air unit.
It really is almost cartoonish in a way. Like,
speaking of cartoonish, I've just gotten word. Our good friend Tracy Vista is up in the chopper. Miss Vista, are you there? Sorry, all right, we're trying to link her up. Vista? Oh, did we lose her? Nope.
Hey, Mikey. This is a very upsetting situation. I'm worried.
What's going on, Miss Vista?
Well, this chopper we're in, it's almost out of gas. This guy's still going. What should we do?
Stay with him.
Are you sure?
Absolutely. You'll be fine.
Okay. Reporting. Oh, God. The chopper I thought was out of gas. I thought we'd crash. It just quit. You guys, hang in there. We'll stick with the story as long as we can. We're going to Vista reporting for Creed and Mikey, but mainly just Mikey because it's just him. Thank you. Back to you, Mikey.
Thank you. Thank you for bringing that in. Guys in the truck, great job. Back to some of this in way better reporting.
Contact with anybody that might.
Maybe we'll see residential again.
And trying to figure out, who is the driver and see if they have any idea who the female might be and try to figure out if they have a legitimate or just some type of domestic situation.
Either way, at this point, this person has
he'll by the holidays, everybody wants their rugs cleaned by the by Christmas. Got people coming over
through the freeway here.
Oh no, that's all right. Get it fixed. Come on back.
We're here and we have just a couple moments here with our helicopter, Sergeant O'Malley, and that can always be the case.
Hey, it's Amy R. What's up, Amy?
With the air units up in the sky, they have multiple air units.
Oh, everybody's giving me a hard time tonight. Thank you for the support.
Yeah, they're not going anywhere. The only issue, as he keeps
that's right.
going
Only put up comments that praise me.
Ends up in airport airspace, which, as you know,
I would say Courtney,
police helicopters have to,
but I saw her say she
maneuver
missed
through that and
Creed
around it.
being
But,
here. So
outside of that,
Courtney,
it's the
I
same
promise
stuff
next time
we see
we'll get
every
Creed
day
here.
when it comes
That's
to
my
pursuits.
solemn
If they
promise.
decide to use a parking structure, use an apartment complex, whatever it is, and get out and run. But so far, they've had multiple opportunities to get out and run, and they haven't taken advantage of that. So
The Beyonce of
at
chases.
this point in time,
Thank you, Meg.
like
I don't know how.
trying to
Oh, we're
buy
swinging back around
the
again.
time that they have, and
My
see
God,
where it
this
goes
guy, I
from
don't know where the hell he's
We'll
going.
be keeping tabs on this,
Just
Sergeant
wasting.
O'Malley. We may have you back on in a little bit. We
Tim's?
gotta refuel our chopper, unfortunately.
Oh,
So we're gonna have to back off. Oh, okay.
We have a few more moments here before we have to.
well, we
take
just
off. But
heard
again,
from Miss
it
Vista
just
that
broadcast this is a pursuit of a possible kidnapping suspect that has now been going for about an hour. We've been over it for about an hour. We know it started in
I love
County.
Dragnet, by the way.
It up once
Love
this
Dragnet.
vehicle reached Whittier.
Love
so
it.
this thing has been going for much, much longer.
Way too long.
Aside from the driver, there was a passenger that looked like possibly
We're just doing
female
laps
in
at this point.
car. We're
Thank you, Mike.
unsure of her connection to this driver at this point. Is she in danger? Is she not? Is she a part of this entire situation here? But it looks like that driver continuing to just evade officers. Anytime law enforcement comes behind this vehicle, they just speed off, zoom off.
Are we going to lose them?
Make very
Really?
dangerous maneuvers.
I told them to stay on
the
as long as they could.
On the freeway, going in between vehicles here. But at this point, it looks like law enforcement has now backed up a bit, trying to control this situation.
Are they really? I cannot
as
stand.
Continues on the 710
I sound like an old person,
And
but seeing those
Sergeant,
lights like that,
we look at this and
so annoying, so
you
distracting.
pointed out so clearly, as Leslie just was saying too,
always
how
here.
This driver reacts to the lights and sirens. Do you think it's gonna?
Almost 1,200 of you still here.
Reacting the same way.
Please hit the like. We'd appreciate that.
Totally speculating here, but in that sense, he knows he's still.
I'll check it.
For some
all right.
reason, the lights and sirens on the ground seem to agitate him more than the light above him.
Yeah, it's hard to say. You don't know if these people are under the influence, if they're seeing things.
Well, if they're seeing things, now we're putting these people. Not only are we kidnappers, they're drug fiending kidnappers.
Coming in on the windshield, but everything else is so tinted, so it just may not affect them as much. And there's nothing worse than red lights and sirens that are behind you.
It's true.
In all of your mirrors.
This is
and
one of my favorite new correspondents for the channel.
That pedal a little bit more. So right now it's in a good spot. They have it right where they need it, and they're just hoping that he runs out of gas pretty soon.
Oh,
right. Another thing too, we noticed they were using electronic devices in the car. Were they trying to
guys?
GPS
I saw
somewhere where they trying to communicate with someone outside of the car. Where they trying to call
really
someone,
bad car wreck,
as you pointed out earlier, Leslie.
Yesterday,
maybe, authorities are
where a guy on a motorcycle got hit.
Yeah, Sergeant O'Malley many times.
He was like splitting lanes. Him and another motorcycle were like racing. And he cut in front of this pickup truck, and the pickup truck drug him a good bit. Ended up flipping over, and it was a melon alert. And I drove by a melon alert because the guy was driving crazy and ended up done.
When it comes down to that, so it could be a very serious felony kidnapping case with a victim that's not known, and she just hasn't tried to escape, for whatever is going on inside the car.
Oh, thank you.
Whatever it may be.
You.
So.
And that is just the danger of these situations. Sergeant O'Malley, we're going to have to let you go now, but we do think
Sergeant O'Malley,
our chopper has to
we're done talking to you.
As we have been over this pursuit that is through the Downey Norwalk area on the.
Boy, I hope somebody else has got this chase.
We've been over it for about an hour, Tom. We know it started in Orange County, went all the way up to Whittier, and now through Downey Norwalk. Of course, our folks at the desk, they'll continue.
Still got to wash it.
They'll continue keeping us updated on the situation as it does progress. But for now, for the safety of our chopper crew there, we're going to have to let them.
Are we going to lose it all together? Oh, boy. Nope. We're on it. There we go. We got another feed, guys. We're not going anywhere. This one just right now doesn't have any commentary. Doesn't have anything. So I'm going to have to really amp it up. There we go.
CHP patrol vehicle behind. They're darked out right now, but I think they're going to be lighting it up again here real quick. And it's just hard to figure out, folks.
By the way, they have a really crappy feed.
What sort of tactics they're going to employ here. Again, they have to treat this with extremely kid gloves because there might indeed be a kid inside this vehicle. So no attempt at a pit maneuver. Of course, we've seen pit maneuvers on the freeway, so don't think that doesn't happen. Not at these speeds, of course.
Courtney, thank you so much for the PP. We appreciate that.
At all.
Courtney gets a hallelujah.
Could they just be waiting for this vehicle to run out of fuel?
Thank you, Courtney.
That's quite possible. Could they just be waiting for
Remember,
this
we get
vehicle
100% of the
to pull
PP.
over? That's quite possible too.
That's PayPal for anyone who doesn't know. Just letting you know.
Dangerous situation. If indeed there's a child inside this vehicle.
Is there though? We haven't seen any sign of a child.
And the near misses that we have seen now for the better part of about 2 hours definitely doesn't bode well for the people inside this vehicle, especially that child. So we just hope that this comes to a peaceful end, a calm end.
Again, we haven't seen a child
inside that vehicle that no one is injured.
We know there are two people in the front, one person in the passenger seat that looked like they were messing with something in the back. I believe it's a female in the passenger seat, a male driving. Like they said, we've been going at this. This is a chase that's been going on for 2 hours. We've been covering it for at least an hour now. 1,300 of you here. Please do us a favor, subscribe, like, all that good stuff.
Not enough light to actually see inside there just yet.
Only thing better than CM Punk, CM Jeff. 2 bones. Thank you, CM Jeff.
So we're now transitioned to the northbound 605 approaching Firestone. Still at about 65, 70 miles per hour.
This is crazy. This guy's going to cause a wreck. It's going to happen if they don't stop him next time he gets off the freeway. Because he acts so squirrely.
And we were talking about the fact that this was a small little, compact vehicle, a 2-seater, and the fact that who knows how much fuel, how much gas this vehicle has. I mean, it's a smaller vehicle. It may be a very fuel economic vehicle, if you will. And may get just absolute great gas mileage. We just don't know. But,
Mod's doing an awesome job earning your money tonight.
Since this kidnapping suspect,
we appreciate it. With 1,500 people here,
we just
I
don't
know your job's
how
hard.
much fuel this vehicle has.
I know your
whether or
job's
not
hard.
They started out with a fuel tank of gas or a half a tank, but we will see. We continue to follow it here on this
Pretty much.
605 freeway. Now picking up speeds 80, 85 miles per hour. And let's see what the impetus is. There you go, right there. That CHP patrol vehicle has lit up.
All right, they're back in,
got 2 patrol vehicles
getting on them again.
Closing in on this vehicle, and that has prompted the driver to start to accelerate now. 85 miles per hour on the 605 freeway.
Anytime there are live chases, we do our best to get on them. And we don't just cover California. If it happens in typically Florida, we get chases out of. We'll get them. We've had them in North Carolina before. We've had Oklahoma's very good for it. Texas. So if you go back and you watch any of our older stuff, we also don't just do live chases. We do a daily, Monday through Friday, pretty much a compilation of most recent chases we can find. Put them all together, hang out with this crowd for an hour. It's a very good time, a very good community.
We don't know where that's going to happen, when that's going to happen.
Either way, John, I'm glad you're here.
We'll probably be watching that real time here, just like us, as they see the deployment of
Jason, and you didn't do anything?
And
damn it, Jason.
They are radioing ahead.
Well, we already have one chopper have to leave. So
to try
one
and get
chopper
that spike
down.
strip,
He's still
deployed,
going.
in a place where they think this vehicle is going to be. So you just saw a juke
About 2
right
hours,
there, trying to
Chad.
juke the officers into.
We've been on it
thinking they were gonna
an
get
hour
off the
right now,
freeway.
exactly.
They stayed on the freeway. It's a pretty common tactic amongst people that are trying to elude police or law enforcement.
Did you ever eat anything out of an Easy Bake Oven?
Of course,
I have. Of course,
CHP not falling for that.
Fat ass.
This isn't their first rodeo, so they're staying right on the heels of this vehicle.
Kidnapping, Bobby.
As they weave their way through traffic.
Suspect this is a kidnapping. We know there's at least 2 people in the car, maybe more.
Washington, I believe. So we are approaching the Whittier area.
Oh yeah, Armand's
make
like
right now.
In between nothing
Not sure
and
if Whittier
nothing.
Police is going to re-engage.
Should
Maybe
we pay our mods?
right now?
I can barely make a living. Am I supposed to pay them too? All right, if I got
Whittier
to, I guess.
Boulevard.
Trolley podcast
Got
here?
a little bit of traffic right here as they squeeze through.
The numbers are about
traffic.
to skyrocket.
So they exit at the 605 at Whittier. Let's see which direction they go.
Trolley podcast
So
is one of my favorite channels on the YouTube.
Whittier Boulevard.
Trolley podcast. I love that channel.
And they're going eastbound now on Whittier.
All right, now's the time to make our move. CHP
again,
makes some sort of move,
no,
like Carol. You working on my quote again? Oh my gosh!
No real discernible.
Her name
Direction of
is
travel, just going in circles,
amazing.
Getting on the freeway, back off the freeway, and then back on the freeway again.
I will do so, Carol.
And remember, this originated in Orange County, so it's quite possible they have absolutely no idea what city they're in or know any of the streets.
I appreciate everybody buys the merch.
Right,
you guys have more merch than I do.
Of course, doing it in a very dangerous way.
All right, now is the time. We've got to stop this guy.
So in a residential area right now in Whittier. Now making a left-hand turn, looks like on Glen Cannon Drive.
Oof, he's making some crazy decisions. Now he's whipping it.
And no officers behind.
I don't know where I've never received an invoice.
But you can see the airship up above. They still have that night sun on this vehicle right now. So
see, if Case says we don't pay him, we don't pay him.
An air asset that has the night sun and is directly
Nasta, how are things in Alaska?
Very many opportunities.
2 bones, all the way from Alaska.
Thank you, Master. Get away. Now pulling over to
we're stopping
to the curb on Glengarry Avenue in Whittier. Dark blacking out.
Is he getting out? Now, he's done this once before where we could still see his tail lights last time. He's getting out. He's getting out.
Out of the vehicle. Looks like a male subject carrying a bag. Come back over the other way. I think, okay, it looks like there's somebody on the passenger side. I don't see anyone else getting out. We're going to try and get past this building.
Oh, man. He had a bag. I haven't seen a child or anything. Can we get this chopper? They're running down there. They're down there running.
Foot bailing.
They both got backpacks.
Both running at the same time into a building here right at the corner of Glengarry and C Drive. And what is this? Some sort of commercial building.
Definitely no child. I did not see a child.
The Aero Bureau is right overhead. Unless they know this building or have access into this building, there's just absolutely no way. Okay, so they do have access. They
opened that door and went in, dude. You think they just melded through the wall?
There's an open door on this building, so it looks like they made access through that open door right there. And so that is going to create a situation where now all officers have to do is
all right, here they come.
Set up a perimeter to prevent those individuals from escaping. We saw 2 people
both with backpacks.
From the vehicle. We could not tell the age or sex of the other.
It was a man and a woman. I can tell from this distance.
Male subject wearing light green light green colored jacket and carrying a backpack of some type. And it looks like these individuals are pointing to police.
There was a kid.
Different direction here. Let's see here. Pull out of the shot.
Where are we? Identify this building, for God's sakes.
On the area and try and search for these individuals that bolted from that vehicle.
There's somebody right there. Talk to them.
And so you have people coming out of this commercial building here who very clearly probably work there or at least belong there. Who are
this
now
is live right now, happening now.
Where these individuals might be on the premises. So this is the parking lot of the Travel Inn Motel at the corner of Glengarry and
1,800 of you here. Good to see everybody. Hit the like button. This is just getting started. We have now got them into a building. We saw two people for sure. For sure.
And I don't see it. There was some patrol vehicles in the area.
Thank you, Mr. Nine.
Now. And this looks like they're to the east. Okay.
What are we going to do? We're setting up a perimeter now. Much appreciated. Thank you.
So it looks like we might have a suspect in custody. We're trying to get around here and
see. Spin around, spin around, spin around.
Hey, yeah, beautiful hair.
That's not what I wanted to say. Guys in the truck. Thank you. Sorry, it's the weekend crew.
So it looks like we have a suspect in custody here.
Is it the man? Where's the woman? Where are they at? All right, there's somebody there. Is that the guy, though? I thought he had like a green shirt on or something.
So there were two people who ran from the vehicle. It looks like at least they have one person.
That looks like
right
the woman.
Now.
I can't tell.
In handcuffs.
I can't tell. It's too dark. Can we get some lights on, please?
As they walk this into, this is the male suspect or the male subject.
Okay. Now you can tell it's him.
This Whittier patrol vehicle right now, but we did not see the second suspect. There were two individuals who actually ran from the vehicle.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm so far behind. I'm like
second subject
in this.
Bolted from that vehicle.
I'm invested. Is that it? Are we going to pull? Oh, whew. Thank God. Bob, go over to the Hart Pharmacy right now and pick a picture.
Driver of that vehicle in the back of this police car right now. And as I pull out of the shot here, it's not clear whether or not they have the other individual. And I'm hearing now they have both in custody.
So she wasn't the kidnapped person? Is that what we're saying? So confusing.
So we're hearing radio traffic that both are in custody. Again, this all started in Laguna Beach, probably a little better than 2 hours ago, as a reported.
See, I saw him with something. I thought it was a backpack.
And what we were hearing was it was a possible kidnapping subject with possibly the kidnapped victim, a child, a juvenile, in the vehicle as well. And so the vehicle left the Orange County area with
if that's the case, that'd be
find it. It came into the LA County area.
Thank you, Brett.
Traversing a number of different freeways. It was on the 605. It was on the 5. It was on the
look,
the 105, the 710.
I'm doing the Lord's work over here.
On a number of different communities.
Yes, with you, Mama. We are live.
Finally,
we're on
off the freeway and
looks like we're in
here on
West Whittier, California.
And, Whittier Boulevard here in the Whittier area.
Whittier.
And we understand now we have 2 individuals.
Thank you for that blessing, Mayor.
Quite possibly the child. It's unclear exactly whether or not it was indeed a child or another perpetrator or perhaps another kidnapper, because we saw both individuals run from the vehicle.
Yeah, but you guys couldn't get around the damn building.
Of course, we will
couldn't see shit.
Try and find out all the information that we possibly can and bring you all of that information on the Channel 4 News tonight. And if you'll just stand by, I'm going to see what the assignment desk would like for us to do.
Where is the dog? I don't know. Dog's not here today. Dog took day off.
Okay. Assignment desk, News Chopper 4.
They're going to say, hey, News Chopper 4.
Assignment desk, News Chopper 4 on the 450.
Hey, it's assignment desk. Can you guys try and get a shot of them running into the building? Oh, never mind. You blew it. You had one job. One job. Is that it? We pulling out?
On the 161.
Figure it out, dude. Oh, how are things, Danny, in Brazil? Brazil. You guys have great chases over there, too. Those motorcycle chases are amazing. Like the little moped motorcycles and stuff. Oh, I love those chases. Brazil. Always good stuff out of Brazil. You know what? I might pull something from Brazil tomorrow.
We have both individuals in custody right now. What would you like at this point?
We appreciate that, John, for reminding everyone. Thank you, Kathy.
Yeah.
You tell them, Kathy.
Actually, I should add, we need to get fuel.
Well, too bad. 1,300 of you here. Before you leave, do me a quick favor. Hit the like button. And remember that you can come back here.
Negative. Wasn't able to capture the second suspect. I stayed with the driver.
Come back tomorrow at 4:05 Eastern. For We Got a Chase.
At some point.
We do daily chase compilations from chases across really the globe. We cover stuff from Australia, the UK, even we'll venture up to Canada every once in a while for a chase.
Right, folks. That's going to conclude our coverage of this pursuit.
It's going to conclude mine too, then.
Not as long as we've seen some here in the LA County area.
What's in the bag? Same thing. What's in the box?
With my pilot and partner, Sorrow. Thanks for joining us here.
Good job, Sorrow.
Streaming platform.
Whew. Boy, wasn't that something? I hope you guys had a great time. I know Sven did. Sven hated those commentators. Sven, can we get a hallelujah for Sven? Somebody in the truck. There we go. But yeah, remember tomorrow, 4 or 5. If you love police chases and you love a great community, we have an amazing community over here of just people that are here to enjoy police chases, crazy crimes. We also cover court cases. If you enjoy watching court, come on back. We'd love to have you. You guys, Creed is okay. He's here. No, he's not. He's here in spirit, though, right? On that kid. Yeah. Man, I'm wore out. I don't know about you guys, but I'm beat. I mean, beat. 5 more people being gifted the gift of gifting. All right. Here's what we're going to do. I'm going to get everybody on this monetary monorail. And then I'm going to hit my music. And I'm going to rattle it off. And I'm going to thank everybody. So let me just take a second Make sure everybody is on this thing. I want everybody to be thanked. I don't want anybody to be missed. Not one single person should be missed off of this epic monetary monorail on Kidnapping Sunday. Kidnapping Sunday. Yeah. Do. Kidnapping Sunday. Yeah. Do. I forgot Carol. Carol. She's making me a quilt. She's also fan of the year. Mayor, he's on there. Oh boy. Can we go ahead and start the music so I can just like not sit in silence? Thank you, guys in the truck. We do pay the guys in the truck. We pay them very well. Handsomely, some would call it. But everyone else? Sven. Hello, Sven. Did everybody say hey to Sven? I hope so. Jules with them gifts. Again, don't leave without hitting the like. Don't leave without getting some love. Let me love on you for a minute. That's everybody. Everybody's on there. Boom. Just like that. All right, we're going to let it roll by one time. But then it's going to come back around. And at that time, I want you guys to listen and remember all the good shit that we just went through together. You, me, everybody. Also, 1:00 p.m. tomorrow, Eastern time, that is, we got a case where we check out court cases from across this great land of ours. I'm going to call this Holy Shit, We Made It Express. Cooper, Bob, Carol, God Rides a Harley, Joe, Alex with some gifts, Bigfoot, Chris, Tiny Piggy, OG, Sean White, Helen, Heather Hansen, Mbop with them gifts, Amazon Girl, yeah, she got them gifts, Joe, what up? Oh, Texas Mama Bear, Deborah, Mike, Timmons, Courtney with the PP. Courtney's got a PP. CM Jeff, Master in Alaska, Disjointed Earthling, Bob, Carol, Mayor with some more gifts, Sven, and Jules with Mo gifts. Mo money, mo problems. Oh, I did it. Accomplished. Feel pretty good about myself. I mean, there's no standing ovation or anything. But if you're at home right now, stand up. Guys in the truck, Miss Vista for checking in, all of you guys for being here. Now, you kids, be careful. Get on back inside. Lock the doors. Take a shower before you go to bed. Clean behind your ears. Oh, I love all my channels too, Kathy. Kathy, I appreciate you being here. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. RoboCop. Dead or alive, you're coming with me. I am not taking tomorrow off. As soon as I cut this off, I'm starting to work on tomorrow's shows. So be ready for those. I'm going to pull one from Brazil, because we haven't gone to Brazil in forever. I want you guys to do me a favor real quick. I want y'all to stay safe. I want you to stay hard, if possible. Thanks to our mods for just doing a hell of a job. By God, you did a great job. You gotta be safe out there. And I want you to stay tuned. Go back and watch some past shows. Dip your toes in. Hey, see, you know Brazil's got them bike chases I love. I can't get enough of them. So, yes. Yes. Love you guys. See you back tomorrow. This top guy, baby. This top guy. Ooh. He's out.
Just do what I tell you.
Me be fan of the year? Nah, I can't do that. That's some weird shit there. That's like, voting for yourself on something. Can't do that. Scissor me, Daddy! Everybody loves Mikey, baby.